Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Sonia and I would love it if you could subscribe. And if you're not already an existing subscriber, welcome back. So I just want to say before I start today's video, my hair is really annoying me today. So I'm just going to apologise in advance if I keep touching it. I don't mean to, but it's annoying me. I'm going to maybe put it behind my ears. That might stop me touching it. So today's video is going to be my first update for my project pan, and I am really happy with the progress I've made on each of the products this update. I'm going to be decluttering one product as well. I was panning it last year and it seemed to be okay, but I just don't find there's much payoff now, but we'll get to that when I talk about that product. So there's nothing I can roll out this update, but I have made really good progress. So without further ado, let's get into it. If the lighting looks a bit different, I've just turned my ring light down because at the moment I seem to be experiencing like a lot of flickering, and I think it could be my ring light. So hopefully it doesn't flicker anymore, but that's why the lighting may look a bit different. So the first product I brought in was my Touch in Sol No Problem Primer, and I have had it upside down the last few days because I really do not have a lot of this product left, as you can see. So this is where I was when I first started. So I had quite a lot of the product left, but now I just have like the littlest bit around here, and I'm trying to get as much out of this as I can. I've used this 19 times this update, and I don't think that this is gonna last me until the next update, but I'm going to keep it in because I want to try and finish everything out of it that I possibly can. So there's quite a bit of product on here, but there is also some in there as well that I can grab. But I have used this 19 times. Not my favourite, and I don't even know whether we can get it here in the UK, but it wouldn't be something I would be interested in picking up again. The next product I brought in was my Revolution Foundation Drops, and I think everything in this project was to finish. So this was where I was, and now I'm here. I've made really good progress in this. I'm so happy with the progress. I think potentially 2 more updates and I should have this one rolled out. I use this 8 times this update. So I have been trying to focus on other foundations as well, because I do have 4 foundations in projects at the moment. So I've been trying to focus on this one and another one that needs to be finished as well. Sorry, it's been a little bit on its side, but I'm so happy with that progress, and I think in a few months I should have this one rolled out. It's not my favourite anymore, but compared to one I wore today, which is in my Beauty A to Z, I really don't like that one. So this one isn't that bad, and it's really affordable as well, but it wouldn't be something I would get again. But I'd be really happy when I can finish the foundation because I didn't finish any last year, so I'm really hoping I can get a few out this year. The next one I have is my NYX Born to Glow Concealer. So I really didn't have a lot in this last update, but I really I'm squeezing at the bottom now to get product out. So again, I think this could be one that could be done by next update. I use this 20 times this update. So I have been trying to focus on these products in this project because a lot of these need to be rolled out of my collection because either they're my oldest product or just products I would like to get rolled out. And my other projects, I'm just trying to use those products when I need a bit of a break from these. I've been working on this since November of last year, and yeah, it just seems to be a never-ending concealer, and it's not my favourite, but it's not awful, it's just not my favourite. The next product I have is my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Filter Powder. So what I will do on the screen, I never remember which side, is I'll put a picture of what it looked like last update. Now I did have to repress this because it did crumble everywhere, and I'll put a picture as well on the screen of what it looks like now as well. But it's going to be difficult to kind of see because, like I said, I did have to repress it. My repressing skills aren't the best, but I've repressed it and it is a lot more crumbly now than what it used to be. Like, it's more powdery, but it's fine. It still works exactly the same. But I don't think I'll have this one done by next update. I do think potentially a couple of months of working on this and I should have it done. But I mean, I may be surprised. I had it where it went all the way around the edge, but there was still quite a lot of product around the edge. So this, I don't know if you can see, it's not super thin. I feel like I've got a way to go on it, but I use this 24 times this update. So I do sometimes reapply this. So like like for example today I've been in the office all day, and if I need to film I come home and then like reapply some powder, bronzer, blush, highlight, etc. So that's why I have got 24 uses on this. But yeah, I'm happy with the progress, and I think another couple of months and I should have that one done. The problem with that now is it just like crumbles everywhere. The product I'm actually going to be decluttering comes from my Revolution Renaissance Glow duo, and I had the Glow bronzer in. I'm just going to hide that for now because I'm going to talk about that in a bit, but this just has no payoff now, and if it does have payoff, it looks a little bit muddy. So I've just decided I'm going to declutter it. I did use it 3 more times this update though to try and get it to work, but it just didn't. So there is 0 point in me trying to make this work when I have other bronzers in my collection that do work, that I do need to work on as well. So I'm just going to declutter the bronzer side from this. The next product I have in is my NARS blush in Orgasm. I worked on this for 2 years straight to try and hit pan. I think last year, I can't remember exactly when last year, but I managed to hit pan. I want to say it was like maybe June time, but I could be wrong. But it took me a long time to hit pan on this, and I had a bit of a break from it because yeah, when you've worked on something for so long, you kind of need a little bit of, you do need a little bit of a break sometimes from it. But I'll put on the screen what it looked like when I introduced it into this project this year, and then I'll put on the screen as well what it looks like this update, but I'm also going to show you here as well. So hopefully you can see that I have expanded the pan. So it was only a really little pan, and I feel like I've done a really good job at expanding it. So my goal is to finish this. I have a feeling that this one is going to be in for a while. However, looking at this, I try and just use my brush across all of it rather than focusing on one area. So I do feel like the only areas that still seem to have a lot of products is just in the top corners here, because I use a really fluffy brush. So I use this 7 times this update, and I'm just working on so many brushes at the moment. So I've been trying to use this when I can, but I've got usage goals on other brushes that I've been trying to work on as well. So hopefully over the next few months I'll get a few more uses on this, but I'm really happy with the progress on this either way. Then I have my highlight in this, which I will be keeping in this project because I think it's a really nice highlight. It is this one here. So similar to the other products, I will put on the screen what it looked like when I introduced it and then what it looks like now, but I'll also show you here as well. I do feel like I've made really good progress in this area. It is definitely getting a dip now. Now I put this down to finish. I'm going to change my goal because this is going to be in forever if I try to finish it. I think I just need to not get ahead of myself. Let's put this into hit pan, because I still think that this could take a while to hit pan, but hopefully you can see that I've made really good progress on it, and I've used this 10 times this update. So I've actually been using it as a highlight, but also an inner corner highlight as well, and I just think it's a really beautiful highlight. I really do. So I'll continue to keep working on this, but I'm going to change my goal to hit pan. Next is my Charlotte Tilbury brow cheat. If you haven't watched my makeup collection, I had a backup of this and I decided to declutter it because I don't like using this one. So there's 0 point me trying to use the other one as well. I am determined to get this finished. I want this out of my collection because I just don't like the way that it looks on me. The shade isn't right and it really emphasizes my brows, which just isn't my preference. I much prefer something like a brow gel like I'm wearing today, where it's easy to put on and it just looks natural. I think it doesn't look natural because of the colour of it, because it's not the right shade. So this is how much I have left. I really don't have a lot left. I only used it 6 times this update. I'm trying to use it as much as I can, but if I'm going out or I'm going into the office, I'm not wearing this. I'm wearing a brow gel. This is only a product I wear when I'm in the house. I'm getting there slowly but surely, and this is definitely going to be out this year. It's just when is the question. I'm sure that's a really nice product if you get the right shade, but at the same time it's Charlotte Tilbury, and as much as I do like Charlotte Tilbury products, they are expensive, and I definitely think there are cheaper ones on the market that are very similar to that. The next product I have is the Ciate Watermelon Best setting spray. I absolutely love this. I think it's such a nice setting spray, especially for someone like me that has dry skin. I just feel like it just adds that moisture to my skin that it needs. It does smell quite strong of watermelon, so if you're not into anything fragrance, I wouldn't recommend this, but I do really like it. And my goal is to finish it, and hopefully you can see. So that's where I was, and now I'm here. So this is going to be in for a while. I have another setting spray in another project I'm trying to finish as well, so I'm just using this one day, using that one the other day, and that's how I'm trying to use it. I don't wear makeup every day. I try and wear makeup as much as I can in the week, but sometimes I just can't. I don't have time to put it on. But I use this 17 times this update, and I'm really happy with that. And like I said, I'm thoroughly enjoying using that. And then last but no means least, I have my lip product, and my goal is to finish this. This is going to be in a while because this is such a soft formula that I'm really not putting that much on. I did take a picture of this so we could do a bit of a comparison. So I will put that on the screen as well. Hopefully it looks different. I think it does, but I don't know if that's just me. I have used this one 14 times and it's nice, but it's just a really soft formula and it can get everywhere, which is why I didn't work on this when we was all wearing masks, because this just would get everywhere. So I'm making progress. It wasn't my sole focus this past month, but I still used it. I've worked out quite a lot of lip products in projects this update, so I do think I should be able to use this a few more times as well by next update. So what I'm going to go and do, because I've completely forgot, is I'm going to go and get a product to replace the bronzer I decluttered, and I will be right back. So to replace the Revolution bronzer, I'm going to be bringing in another bronzer, and this is one of the oldest bronzers in my collection now, and this is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I absolutely love this bronzer. It's one of my favourite, more affordable bronzers, and this still smells exactly the same as when I bought it. Again, quite fragrancy. It smells like a coconut scent. But I just love this bronzer and the way it looks on my skin. So I do want to try and hit pan on this if I can. It's going to take a while. It is, because I've had this in my collection a while and it hasn't had that much love. But yeah, I mean, some of the pattern is worn away, but I still think it's going to take a while. But again, I'm not going to be sad to be working on this. So my goal is to try and hit pan on that. So that is my update. I feel like I've made really good progress. I know I haven't got anything I can roll out, but I think next update I should have at least one thing I can roll out, which is exciting. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and it'd mean the absolute world to me if you could subscribe if you don't already. And until my next video, thank you for coming by. See you later.